Miss Josephine Chong. Jo,
Okay.
it's your floor.
Okay. Thank you, Gigi. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah, I hope all of you this safe day. It's good to see you again. And I think we also have some new faces this week. I think we also have a new member from Singapore, from Sister Edna group. Yeah. So welcome again, everyone. So this is the fifth topic that we start to do now. The previous one, we have also some recording. So if you have missed the previous video, like we have how to start the ABC rules, you can get the video link from me. Yeah. So let's start the topic today. Okay. So I need the Gigi to help me to do the screen sharing. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about the basic action of the MLM, the basic action number 2, which is sponsoring. So again, before I start, I would like to thank Elken Global, because without this beautiful company and platform, we will not be here today. And of course, I would like to thank my life coach, Brother Jay and Valet, because of course, without him, I will not be here today. And I have been following him for 11 years this year. Yeah, so I'm blessed that I have known him and this opportunity 11 years ago. And thanks to my senior upline, also Mr. Lee and Mrs. Lee, which who always support us behind the scene. And also thanks to our Elken Global 001, Mrs. Francis Chia. Yes, for those who have not heard about him before, he is the 001 in Elken Global, and all this system education is drafted actually from his wisdom. So thank you very much, Mr. Francis Chia. And thank you also to Elken Gift Spirit. With the Elken Gift Spirit, that's why we are able to learn from so many different leaders from other groups online. Yeah. And also thanks to Elken Global Management Team. Especially during this crisis, I think we appreciate a lot all of the support from the management team. So give them a round of applause again. So yes, the basic action of MLM. In last week, we talked about the first S, selling. So selling assists us to do business. And today we are going to talk about the second S, which is sponsoring, because sponsoring will assist us to increase our business partners. And next week, we will talk about third S, which is service and follow up, because with service, it will help to assist us to strengthen and expand our business. So before the how, I think why is more important. Yeah, why sponsoring? And I believe most of the people here today, you may do sponsor someone before, or if not, do you still remember how your upline actually sponsored you the first time? Do you still recall the moment? How do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel that time? Do you feel happy, excited? Do you like waiting or ask your upline, why now only you come and sponsor me? Or do you have a lot of doubt actually? You are thinking whether this business is true, whether you have doubt about the business, or maybe you have doubt about the upline, or maybe you have doubt about the way he talk or he dress. Because at the first moment, you actually have not built a good rapport with your upline or senior upline. So before we share the how, think about the feeling that you had when you were sponsored by your upline, because that will be the exact same feeling your prospect going to have when you're going to sponsor them now. Yes. So remember that feeling. And why is more important before we share the how. Why do we sponsor someone? Yes, we know we love to have very large network. We want to have uncommon freedom, passive income, high social status. We want all these things. Yes, we want the downline to join us. But think from the perspective of the downline. Why he want to join us? I remember Brother Jay always use this as an example, and I believe most of you have children here. How to sponsor is like how to make babies. Yeah, he said. Have you ever think of why do you want to have babies? Why do you want to have kids? Do you just want to get them into family? Or you want to have successor, you want to cultivate them, you want to lead them to have a better life, isn't it? We don't have the kids, just for the purpose of making ourselves more successful or to fulfill our life. So it's the same thing when we sponsor someone. If you have a mindset of how you want to cultivate him, you want to help him to change his life, you want to help him to become a better one, that's why we sponsor. With this mindset of a good intention in your mind, then we will seldom have pressure to share the opportunity. Because if we want to make someone and come to join us, to follow us, just to make ourselves become more successful or for the ranking up, then most of the time we will feel very pressure if the person don't join, and we will have rejection later. That's why having a mindset of thinking of the good mindset is very important. Why we need to sponsor, yeah. And yes, of course, in order to achieve the very large network, the level of our achievement in this business, yeah, is very much depends on the size of the network. Because with a very large network, it will multiply our time, prospect, and profit. So I quote you an example. If I have 100 downline already in Elken, and if they share Elken 1 hour every day, so it will multiply my time, become 100 hours of sharing Elken for one day. If I'm using just my own effort, and no matter how hardworking I am, I only have 24 hours a day. Next, so there's a proverb saying, I would rather use 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of my own effort, because 100% of my own effort equal to only 24 hours in the day. But with having a network, it actually multiply our time, and it then multiply our income. That's why we choose this multi-level marketing. But bear with me, brothers and sisters, when you first build a business, you might not see the multiplication that much, because when you just started to do the business, you start to work alone at the beginning. But think of this, from yourself to 10 people in your network, it may take some time, it may not be so fast. But when you have 10% already in your network, from 10 to 20 is not so hard anymore, because it's just about this 10% sponsor one each, right? And it will become faster. And then from 20 become 30, it will be even faster. And when you have 100 people in the network, and when you just want to have another 10 more, you become faster and faster. That's why then you will see the snowball effect, and that's why also you join MLM. So bear with it, in the first 1 to 3 years, you need to be patient. And of course, the true spirit of doing sponsoring is to share business opportunities. But the most importantly, I think, is also to achieve mutual benefit. What is the difference between sponsoring a downline or hiring a subordinate in a traditional business? What do you think? In the traditional business, we used to hire someone to work. But in MLM, we sponsor someone. So what is the key difference? When we're sponsoring someone, yeah, it's more like a partnership. But when we hire someone, we pay someone to work for us. But in Elken, when we sponsor someone, most of the time, yeah, we want a long-term business partner to achieve the mutual benefits together. So you would think that what I can offer to my downline or the business partner, instead of just asking them to work for us because they are not working for us, right? And we don't pay them. Elken is the one to pay them. So I ask my leaders to always think of one thing. Why does your downline want to follow you? What is the reason that he choose to follow you, not the rest? Is it just because coincidentally you drop by his house or happen to text him and he join you? It doesn't make sense, right? Because people follow us because they care, because you care for them. And that is what we call mutual benefits. And this is the true spirit of sponsoring. Yeah. And when we do sponsoring, remember a few things here. Yeah, there's 4 key things that we need to have in mind. Number one, do not prejudge. Most of us, we are born to have this ability to like to judge people. Sometimes when we are watching some star shows on the TV, those singers competition, we will also act like a judge, right? Oh, we may be thinking, why choosing this person to be a champion? The other one sing better. We are so-called professional becoming a judge. And sometimes we use it accidentally also when we do Elken or when we want to sponsor people. So it's not easy when we just start to do this business. We may tend to want to judge someone. But when we judge someone, we are easily going to be judged by someone else later as well. So in Elken, we say, do not prejudge at the beginning. Try to open your heart, try to accept more, try to be more caring and have a loving heart when you want to share something to your friends. Do not prejudge. Number 2, prepare to sacrifice. When you plan to have kids, you already prepared to sacrifice, correct? If you still recall the first time, you have a baby sleeping between you and your husband in the middle of the night, then you have the kind of feeling, prepare to prepare to sacrifice already, because last time you are so used to it, just 2 person to sleep on the same bed, but now there's a baby sleep in between, so it's kind of strange feeling maybe for the first time, but you are already prepared to sacrifice in return to a lot of happiness in the future. So sponsoring downline is basically just the same thing like growing a baby. You have that kind of thinking, of an idea that making someone to join the Facebook Live and then automatically the prospect will tell you he want to join and immediately want to work. It is a bit like daydream, because in the real life we need to prepare to sacrifice. We need to have a lot of steps to do. We need to follow up. We need to build someone. We need to coach someone. So think about our uplines, the time they have spent with us and the effort to build us. So we're gonna to have the same sacrifice when we want to build our downlines. Number 3, willing to accept responsibility. So I believe a lot of us, before we join Elken, we also work for someone. And we heard people saying that working is a way, to work, to just give the minimum effort and to get the minimum paid out. Yeah. That's why we always think that the pay is not worth for us to work more. That's why we just work minimally, yeah? And we also hold minimum responsibility, because no matter how much you do, you still get the same pay. And that's why you don't need to hold responsibility during the working life. That is a working attitude. But now in Elken it's different, because it's your own business, it's your own network. So we're going to hold a lot of responsibility as much as we want to make our downline to become a better one, to change his life and to become successful. It's totally different. So you're going to take the responsibility and learn how to take. So like Spider-Man say, with great power, it comes with great responsibility. So let's follow the Spider-Man spirit. Yeah, the previous page. So the last point is we need to respect other people's opinion. So this is also very important, because yeah, we need to respect people's opinions always. You know, there could be sometimes a little bit of conflict at the beginning, because when we start to share outcome, we are sharing something we strongly believe. When we want to respect others' opinion, you know, sometimes it could be become a conflict. Accepting your opinion, you know, meaning that I can hardly share outcome to you, but it's actually two different things. Sharing is one thing we need to do, by respecting others' opinion is the other thing that we can do also. So most of the time we find out later, it's not because how good or how fantastic we share about the outcome that he accept. It's because we accept the people opinion at the first place, so the person open their heart to listen what we're going to share. So respect other people opinion is very, very important. And next, so, and also there is some preparation that we are going to do before we do sponsoring. Number one, company's background. Yeah, we need to study thoroughly about the company background. When is Elken established? How many countries we have branch, or how is our e-commerce shipping system arrangement now? We need to know all these details. And of course, also we need to know all our products' advantage, benefits, and the unique marketing plan. What is a unique point about our marketing plan that's different with other companies? Yeah, and also the system education. And number five, the content of the materials or tools or the apps we have. So like now we already have 3 apps: the iSmart Library, the IBS Viral, and the Elken Global website, which help us a lot when we share these unique features about the Elken. So remember to study well about the tools and utilize it during part of your sharing. Okay, next slide. So I'm going to share 9 key points here. So number one, prepare a name list. Of course, we also talk about this in how to start, the first topic, and now. So, but let's just ask yourself, do you already have a name list with you? Or what do you think when your upline first asked you to draft your name list? Do you still remember? Some people maybe take out their handphone, try to choose which name. Some people maybe search on the Facebook, see which name they want to choose to write on the name list. You know, most of the time, we tend to do more filtering uh, rather than name listing. So we may think this cannot, that one cannot, or this one don't need opportunity lah. That one won't be interested at the end of the day. So end up maybe our name listing after filtration only left with 5-10 people. And after that, we'll tell our upline we have no more friends to find. You know, this is common. But the correct mindset of doing name listing shouldn't be like that. We should think of, you know, imagine today I'm going to have a wedding banquet. It's a good news. I want to let everybody know. So who I want to invite, you know, who I want to share the good news with. It should be something fun, something interesting, so that we don't feel so stressed when doing the name listing. And of course, we start from near to far, so that we start to practice from near first. And we start also from relative to acquaintance, so that we can build our confidence to share with someone who is closer to us. And also we share from low social status to high social status. What does it mean? Because it just meaning that we can choose to share with someone who we can influence more rather than being influenced by them. Yeah. And of course, nowadays, we just aim to have at least 6 to become a pro builder. So if we have 100 in the name list, we already have a higher chances to complete it earlier. And from the 6, and then find 2 key leader that we want to build. And again, I'll share this next one, my online name listing. We can also list for people who like or comment our posts, especially about opportunity and crisis. And looking for people who are in need of the opportunity now, especially the industries that are badly affected, for example, those that facing uh, recession problem, maybe those in the banking or even restaurant, even those Grab drivers, uh, those who are in the the flight industry that they cannot fly now anymore. A lot of people, they are badly affected now, so you can also tell from the Facebook, maybe from their status update. So look for the signs that for people who need opportunity now, of course. And also you can also look for the people who are already in the 45 countries where Elken Global is. Yeah, so we already have 9 branches in the 9 countries. The next page will show. And also we have 36 countries where we have an e-commerce shipping system ready to ship. So it's very easy, and you can now just enroll your new recruit through online. Yeah. Okay, next. So we have the key number 2. So of course, after we do the name listing, we can also split them into 2 types. So one type is a loyal customer, and the other one is long-term business partner. So you may be thinking which one is more important, customer or long-term business partner? In fact, it's both, because you see, it's just like father and mother. Both father and mother make up a family. So both customers and distributor make up a network. I don't think you want a network with a whole bunch of networkers but without any single customers in your group. And we also don't want a whole group of customers without any leader. So in a healthy network, we should have 80% customer and 20% distributor. And of course, we'll elaborate more next week how we can achieve that through service and follow up. Okay, next, number 3. Do not sponsor under 3 circumstances. Yes, sometimes, yes, we are very eager to sponsor, but we have to see how's the situation also. Number 1, insufficient time. Sometimes, for example, if I happen to drop by my friend's house, but he's about to going out already, and he say he only have 5 minutes for you, do you continue and say, yeah, 5 minutes is enough, and then rush your presentation? Maybe it may not be turned out very well, because your friend, the heart is no longer there. He is rushing to go out. So we always tell our downline to make more fun with your appointment. Don't feel so stressed. If you only have 5 minutes, maybe just tell a joke or tell a story. That's it. Don't be so stressed and try to push the appointment or the sharing if the time is not enough. And don't make it so negative or so strange feeling that oh, why my friend only have 5 minutes for me. So you feel stressed and you don't feel like making any appointment later. So don't make the situation become awkward or too serious, like you don't want to do it again. Yeah, make it more fun and make it more interesting to share with, because you have a good company, good product, and good plan to share with. So we should be happy and bring a good feeling to share. And normally we need around maybe 1 hour to do the FORM, sharing and closing, everything. Like recently, for example, the version of the OPP sharing in the Facebook Live, maybe it take around 30 minutes to share that the slides that we use in the Facebook Live. So after 30 minutes, maybe the balance 15 to 30 minutes, we need to do discussion, answer Q&A, and do closing. So learn from the speaker how to share, and also learn from our outline when he help us to do the sharing together. And number 2 is unsuitable venue. Sometimes the venue could be not suitable, maybe too noisy, maybe the kid is playing around, or sometimes maybe it's a big gathering and it's not a suitable occasion for us to share publicly during a gathering. Maybe a gathering is more suitable to build rapport rather than sharing. Then we'll choose not to share. And number three is unsuitable environment. So meaning maybe the atmosphere at that time is not suitable. Maybe by the time I want to bring my brochure to share, but the family start quarreling, you know. So we might not want to continue sharing also if the environment is not suitable. But what we can do is to observe our prospect, how they act, how they talk to each other. You know, being observant is very important when we do sponsoring. So even if when our senior upline to accompany us to do sponsoring, also always remember to observe what our upline say, what our upline do. And when you know how to observe, that is the fastest way to learn more things. Yeah. And next, we are going to share the 4 ways to sponsor. So these 4 ways of sponsor, one including one-to-one, ABC rules, home party, you know, HQ meeting. I believe most of the time when we start to do sponsoring, we most likely will use the ABC rules first, meaning we'll invite our upline to do the sponsoring sharing with our prospect, be it offline or online. So do you still remember how ABC rules work and how to apply when you do appointment or inviting? Always check whether we use the ABC rules effectively or not. So just quote an example. For example, the kid is very naughty and this kid very scared of the father. And how can the mother use the ABC rules better? You know, the mother may say this, see, if you naughty again later, when the father come back, I ask him to beat you, so don't be naughty. Okay, this is one way, but may not be a good example. Maybe it can be better if the other way, if the mothers try to say this to the kid, yes, boy, you are small now, so sometimes you are naughty, but never mind, I just spoke to your father last night. You know, he's so happy to chat with you and he prays also about you have grown so much. So he say he planned to bring you to movie this weekend if you behave well these few days. So which way is better? I believe all of you will agree that the second case of the ABC rule is more effective, right? So how to use the ABC rules is like an art. It will become very handy if we use more and more, and especially when we deal with the people problems. So sponsoring is exactly the same way. The more effective you tee up your upline A and the deeper understand you have with your prospect C, then your ABC rules will work very well. So last time when I learned ABC rules from Brother J, he also always tell us one thing. You know, he said tee up, of course, is important, but respect, showing the respect is also very important. When you let your prospect know that you really respect your upline, it will help to increase the influential power of your upline towards the prospect. You know, just to quote an example, when you and your upline visited the prospect house, who is the first to step into the house? Is it you or is it your upline? Because this will show how you respect your upline and you will give a good image. So if I go with my upline, I will actually greet my prospect at the front of the gate of the house and say, hi friend, this is my senior Brother J. And then I will invite my upline to step into the house first, to showing respect. It will also give a good image, and this helps to increase the influential power of my upline because the prospect will see this. Yeah. So ABC rules is not just about verbally TR, but your body language and how you respect. It also play an important role. And after we already manage to use the ABC rules, we can start to learn about the one-to-one meeting, meaning we just do one-to-one direct sharing with our new prospect. It can be via phone call or video call now. The faster we can learn how to do one-to-one by yourself, the faster your group can start to grow. So it's important we learn from our upline how to do one-to-one and start to do it ourselves. Okay, and next one, we can also do house party. Of course, during offline, we can gather, 2-3 leaders to have home party, because when we have a group of people, it actually helps to increase influence power. But of course, now in the online way, we can also host a watch party, sometime online together. Sometimes we can maybe set a time with 2 to 3 of your leaders together and join effort to invite friends, to say we're going to have this watch party at this timing, and then watch together, and then you can compliment or put comments in the watch party together. This will be more effective, and you can borrow power from each other. Sometimes we just utilize the watch party, like randomly just invite people, and sometimes the people also don't know why or what is this event or this video that you are inviting them to watch. Maybe chances of them watching is not so high. Yes, they may still join, but they don't know what is it going to about. What are you talking about? Maybe they just join and left, or maybe they don't even want to join. So have a planning of your watch party. It may help also. And the last one, of course, is the biggest influence power, is the HQ meeting, maybe like the boot camp we have, or the meeting we have in the Manila office, or now is the online OPP business showcase that we have every week. Because, when this is the biggest meeting, there will be a positive environment or magnetic power, like to attract more people to join, and we can borrow power from more people. So just try to maximize, to leverage on the activity we have. Yeah, I still remember last time during the boot camp, some of the leaders really wake up in the midnight and even drive to the far province to fetch the downline, just because they want to bring them to Manila. They can drive whole night and never sleep. So this is the kind of spirit when we really believe that we can borrow power from the meeting. And now when we do it online, try our best also. Actually, we need to do a lot of one-to-one talking first, and then only we can bring the prospect to already create the interest and to bring them to the Facebook Live. Not just doing nothing, or I just know this person and next day I invite the Facebook Live and the other day he'll join. No, there is a lot of one-to-one we need to do. Okay? And next, number 5, the 5 main taboos, meaning things that we try not to do during sponsoring. Number 1, repetitious. We do not want to keep repeating the same thing for 2 hours, when we have nothing to say already, and keep repeating. Sometimes, even during online or video call, we can see that maybe the person already keep looking at the watch or want to leave already, but we didn't see, and we are just too excited and keep repeating our thing. So it may not be so good as well, because maybe the person interest also will be going down if we keep repeating the same thing, because it could be annoying when we keep repeating the same things for like 1-2 hours. So, and of course also, do not argue. Yes, we all face similar case before, especially we don't have enough experience to deal with people. Sometimes when we share something and the prospect raise some doubt and do not believe in what you say, and you tend to argue. But after a few times argument, you will feel that it doesn't bring you any good outcome. So you may even lose the chance to have a second appointment. So try not to argue. And because keeping the relationship for next appointment is still the more important. And next, unreliable. Do not share unreliable information. And next, do not lie and exaggerate. Yes. So be careful on what we say, you know, especially maybe in the products or like testimonies or on the claim that we're going to put. For example, maybe recently we share stories about Ma'am Teteo's husband who is in US, who recovered from COVID after taking the spirulina and colostrum. But we need to know that it's because how spirulina and colostrum help the person to strengthen the body immune system and build the first line of defense to fight against the virus, and then through recovery of ourselves. We do not put such claims saying that spirulina cure virus. That is considered exaggerate already. So don't be exaggerate, yeah? And don't compromise also with unreasonable comments. What do I mean by that? You know, sometimes, of course, we don't want to argue, but if the person makes some unreasonable comments, of course, we don't agree also. For example, if the prospect says that you all Alkenians, you all MLM company always cheat people money, we we don't argue, but we do not agree. Say yeah. We just don't say yes and don't say no, or we may say something like that. Yes, sir, I understand. You may be not interested in the business. It's okay. But we try to respect each other. Yeah. I know maybe you may not want to condemn my company, but maybe you just have some bad experience with the previous other MLM companies, but it's not with me, right? So as my understanding with the company and people, we do not do anything that is cheating people. So thank you for your time, and I hope we still can be friends. And hopefully I also share with you a good example of a proper networking company with already 25 years of history. So this is one example of do not compromise, but just reply in a polite way. Okay. And next, number 6, also we have 6 points to be aware of. So of course, first thing is our professional image. Of course, we don't need to dress up like Brenda, you know, just dress up tidy and make ourselves presentable. Especially now when we do online sharing or video call, we don't want to look like we just wake up, you know, the hair is messy, and we also don't want to have like very messy background in the video. Let's say we are doing video call sharing, because it may not look professional. So try to look for a clean corner, you know. You don't just clean, and of course it need to be bright, and also it looks more professional during the video call sharing. And of course, knowledge is also important, and being nature is very important, you know. Like our brother Jay, you know, very nature. When you are together with him, he don't show off anything and don't have any ego, just be nature, and he's just being himself, because nature gets people to become close to you no matter how successful you are. And caring will be very, very important as well. You know, sometimes a lot of people, when they are new in the business or then seldom deal with many people before, they may not know how to really care for people. But in fact, there's no method of caring. You just think of how the parents, your friends, your uplines care about you. Think about the feeling. Do you like it? You like the way people care for you, right? So do it the same way to the people around you. You know, caring is not about method, but more of an initiative from your heart. So I really don't think that without the caring, people want to join you, you know. We don't want people just join because of the money and then leave also very fast because you don't feel the caring, you know, from the group of people. So caring is really one of the key things. And enthusiasm, you know, we talked about 4 big last week, yeah? The eyes, the voice, the smile, the body language. So enthusiasm is not that hard when you already get used to it, you know, because in Elken, we learn so many things together. We are blessed that we know about the products. We have a good company and a good plan. So life is short, you know. Why not we keep excited and feel blessed about what we have, while you know a lot of people outside is still facing crises and don't have any backup plan. So enthusiasm is not just about passion, but how we appreciate our life and what we have now, how we appreciate what we have in Elken, our upline, the management. So if we have this appreciation from the bottom of your heart, it's very natural we will share Elken with enthusiasm and of course with the excitement and confidence. Okay, and next one, yeah, is having a complete materials. Yes, we of course we need to have products. We have materials for the products, for you know, for the opportunity. We have also maybe some book sales kit or testimony. Yes, we just need to kit a set of maybe like playlists or even some PowerPoint. If not everyone have PowerPoint, maybe you can save into picture. So you have a set of a material. You know what to use when you do sponsoring or when you want to share the company or about the plan or about the product. Don't just suddenly look for the plan, look for, you know, the video when you are doing sharing halfway, because it will show not professional. So having a very good preparation of the tool is very important. And next, make use of the ABC method. The ABC here refer to A for accurate, B for brief, and C is clear. So you can also utilize the shorter version of the plan that we share in the weekly Facebook Live now. It's a shorter way, make it brief and clear, not too dragging, because people don't want to hear the 3-hour story from you. Yeah. And the next one, use FRM to start off. You know, no matter how excited we are prepared to share, but remember always to use 3 to 5 minutes to do FORM or to greet the person. Yeah, because this will serve as a warm up a bit and chit chat to lead to the topic. And of course, also we can learn from our upline how he or she do the FORM, because when they are already well versed in doing FORM, even 3 to 5 minutes, they know what question to ask, how to understand the person better. Yeah. Of course, we don't do it like police, like the investigation way, you know, like what is your job, how many kids you have, how much you earn now. Yeah, we don't do this way. So yeah, we learn from our outline how to do FORM. And number 5, very important, emphasize and identify his or her needs or interests. So I always tell myself when I do sharing or opportunity, sometimes closing or not is not the most important, but importantly is, do you really know and do you really identify what your prospect want? If you don't know, then you will not know how to following him up, because you don't know what he really want. Because everyone has a purpose of his life, everyone has a big why. So if you already find out the big why from your FRIM and chit chatting, then it will be a lot easy for you to share the opportunity. Why? Because dream makes people move. Everyone move because of the dream. So when we come to Elken, it's also same thing. We don't do Elken just because I want to do Elken. We do Elken because we want to achieve our dream using this platform. So we don't just ask the person to join me because Elken very good. It's meaningless for him. Right? We should identify the dream, the need, and then propose to use Elken as a platform to help him to achieve his dream. Okay? And the last point is stop when the timing is right. Stop if the situation is not right. Sometimes, you know, enough is enough. Let the good thing continue at the next appointment. So the best timing is actually when by the time we end our presentation, the prospect feel very hot, very excited, you know, and then he feel, yeah, it's over. But he's still looking forward to see you again the next day and the next day. But sometimes if we are too draggy, we don't know the right timing is already there. We keep talking and talking, you know, it could be have a negative effect. Yeah. So of course, if the situation is not right, also we just stop. For example, maybe when we do video call, the kid is crying there, we cannot say that the kid's crying is not important. Yeah. So if the situation not right, of course we stop and continue next time, so that we always have chance to see them again. And next we have number 7. Cold market strategies is the right cold is the right concept to have. So actually, cold market is the biggest market, because last time we used to refer strangers to people we do not know yet. Yeah. But actually, when we know them, there's no more strangers. You know, the best part in doing this business is every day we will meet someone we never meet before. And especially now, in the, especially now, in the, sorry, I mute my screen. Especially, yeah, now in the online world, we can actually easily make friends every single day. So don't treat people we don't know as a stranger, because that will give us a kind of a strange feeling, or we'll be afraid to talk to them. But let's say just change the mentality. Why not we just treat them as a friend that I haven't known yet? Then you will feel different already. You will feel not so stressed, and you will feel more easy to talk to them and open your heart. You know, that is different kind of feeling. So when you have the love to everyone, even to the people you don't know yet, you will somehow have the kind of power to get people to become closer to you. Yeah? I believe you have this kind of feeling even when you first time meet Brother Jay or even Miss Pang, even just first time, but you feel that, oh, they already know you, yeah? They don't treat you as a stranger. So just change your mentality, and everyone in the Facebook, everyone we meet every day can be our friend. I know some leaders here, they are very good in making friends, you know. Yeah, for example, like Sister Eden, even during lockdown, even the Lala Move Korea guy is the only people she can see every day. She can also make friends with them. Or even the security guard, she can also meet friends and share with them. She never choose, you know. So everyone can be our friends. And yeah, next slide we'll talk about maybe the approach. Yeah, sometimes maybe we don't know what to talk. We can actually start with a smile, yeah, and a greeting. So for example, you know, like Ma'am Izai, you know, I love her video sharing always because of her smile. You know, smile is easy, but keep smiling when you are talking may not be so easy. Yeah, but it's very important, because when you keep smiling, even when you are sharing, talking, the audience feel comfortable, the audience feel warm. Sometimes the audience maybe don't even understand what you are talking about, but he continue to watch you just because of your smile. So keep smiling is very important. It gives them the kind of positive feeling. And when we do video call, phone call, also try to practice to keep smiling. Okay. And next, give compliments. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, also we have to introduce ourselves, take initiative to approach the people, exchange business card if we have, and give compliments. Yeah, give compliments is very important. Yeah, in maybe just the 1 minute I know about this person, I want to find something, a strength about this person. For example, yeah, today who is the first one who joined the meeting? Maybe, for example, Sister Anna. I will say, oh, Sister Anna, your time management skill is very good. You are punctual and you are the first to join the meeting. Yeah, this is an example. Or sometimes we can praise the person, you know, you must be very passionate because of your smile or the way you talk. So try to give compliments. Don't just talk good about your company and products and totally ignore the person's feeling, yeah? Because everyone like to be praised. So when you give compliments and make friends, making friends will be easier and life will be easier, and your appointment will be more interesting. Yeah, you will know more people with a lot of strength. And the last thing is talk about common topic. Yeah, start with some common topic. So find out some common point about you and the other person so that you can have a better relationship and closer relationship. Of course, we do not cover religion, politics, or gossip, because this will not bring a positive impact in making friends. And next, this point is important also. There's 8 types of objection we're going to talk about. So Brother J always say, don't treat rejection as a rejection. Treat it as just a reaction. Everyone has a first reaction, and it's common. Not everyone will accept us the first time we share. So point number 1, the person, it could be because you feel troublesome, or the person feel troublesome. So some people used to feel a bit troublesome. For example, last time maybe we are also troublesome to our uplines when we haven't joined Elken, right? We may give a lot of problems, as rejection. So as an upline now, you will feel the kind of troublesome. Why this prospect so troublesome? Why he asks so many questions but don't want to join? Ask a lot of questions but don't want to join. So we may feel impatient, we may feel troublesome to answer. But imagine we just treat them as a kids. Do you easily feel troublesome and say, I want to ignore you forever. This kid is too troublesome. We don't do that, right? So treat them as our kid, then you know what to do. And number 2, maybe we ourselves is not Number 2, maybe the downline, the prospect has no confidence, yeah? But it's common. That's why he need you as an upline. So if the prospect has no confidence, so we as an upline need to give them confidence, give them compliments and guide them, yeah? But of course, we don't manipulate people. So we lead them, we give them compliments, and we try to identify how he improves every single day. Because with the compliment from the upline, it actually gives them a lot of confidence, yeah? For example, maybe we say, oh, yesterday you are not sure how to share yet, but today I saw you already invite someone to the Facebook Live. You are so amazing. You are so great. Sometimes this kind of small compliments is very easy for us as an upline to do, but the downline will feel more confident when he heard the compliment from upline, yeah? So try to give compliment to help the downline who has no confidence. And number 3, maybe the most common one, is the prospect say, I have no interest in your business. So what actually leads to this answer is because we have not successfully identified the downline's need. So in the previous page, we mentioned if we do not know what is the need, if we do not know what is the dream, how can this person become interested? No, right? Just for example, if now there is a concert of this singer, very famous, so I ask you to join me to the concert, you will also think that, who is this singer? I never heard before. Of course, you will also reject me, telling me not interested. So same thing here. Now he don't know why he want to join Elken. Of course, he don't have the interest. So identify their need and know what is the dream is very important. And to lead the downline to understand what they are doing now actually may not help them to achieve the dream. And then only we share a solution that Elken could be a platform for them to achieve their dream. Then only they may open their heart to try to understand more. So the key thing here is identify the need. Okay? And next, rejection, of course, is a lack of understanding. It's also similar to not interested. And the next one is maybe the person have been received wrong information or have bad experience with other companies or other people before. So it's also common. So, you know, it happened before sometimes. Maybe we only start to share one sentence, the person already scold us and say, no, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in MLM. But for us, how should we react? We should react as this is just a reaction of this prospect having a bad experience before. So don't take it personally. It doesn't mean that the person don't like you. So try to have a sympathetic heart to accept what the person say. It will be easier for us to follow up the next round and slowly let her to listen to us. Yeah. And yeah, the other point I miss out is having doubts. Yes, sometimes the person may still have doubts. It's also common. Just like us, we also have doubts when our upline sponsor us the first time. Yes. So the doubt is not about the thing upline share. Sometimes is the feeling how we give our downline. Whether we give our prospect a loving and caring kind of feeling, and let them have a feeling that they can trust us and we will build them. So try to understanding what kind of feeling we want to give to the prospect and make them believe in us. But of course, when they believe in us, don't give empty promise. We build them and learn together. Yeah, this is very important. And of course, sometimes when people say that I'm not prepared to allocate time in the business is also similar to not interested, because they haven't seen why they want to give time in Elken yet. They haven't seen that this will be a platform for them to achieve their dream. Yeah. So we need to use ABC's rules also sometimes to slowly influence the person to see the opportunity. And the next point is closing. Yeah, of course, closing is important. So there's 3 ways to do closing: encouragement, instruction, and command. So encouragement, you know, sometimes, example, after sharing how much he can earn in 1 month by getting 6 people to join him and invest this 300 BB kit or whatever kit, then tell him, don't worry, I'll help you, you know, be confident and you can do it. You can do it. We can go Korea together. So encourage our prospect to make the decision, yeah, and work together. And because sometimes people do need some encouragement to move and kickstart. And number 2, instruction. Sometimes, you know, certain people, they need instruction to sign things or to start something. So we can say something like, let's now fill in the member form together, or now open the IBS. I show you the step to how to sign up. Maybe we can ask the full name, the particulars, ask about the payment, transfer, etc. Because sometimes, you know, some people, they are already closed, but they don't know what to do, and they also don't tell you that, yes, I want to join now. So they are waiting for you to close them. So don't be afraid. Just give instructions. Command, maybe we seldom do, is also similar like instruction, yeah? So just lead them to do. And of course, next slide, always remember that a refusal today doesn't mean a permanent refusal. Just remember that it's not rejection. It's not like the end of the world. It's just a reaction. And in fact, the more rejection we get, the more understanding we can have towards the prospect. And still have the last point. Of course, after closing, we need to do follow-up. So we have 2 types. For the first type of people who are already interested, we enhance their confidence and we lead them to the system, you know. For example, we will start to teach them the first topic, how to start in the 7 steps. We lead them into system education. And next, for the people who are not interested, never mind, we keep on to pass them some information, maybe YouTube or Facebook link or brochure or some sharing stories, and ask whether they can introduce 5 friends to us. Yeah. So because if everyone after rejection, they also can introduce you friends, if of course sometimes we can we have chances to find more people and reach more people, and we may even use the friends who join to influence him. Yeah. Next slide. Next slide. So the best way to follow up is to pursue continuously, yeah, not to pester unreasonably. So I suppose we don't do that because follow up and pester is different thing, and we don't pester people. So pursue continuously is because we really admire the prospect talent, and we are willing to spend even 1 to 3 years to keep follow up the person until she see the opportunity. You know, sometimes a lot of potential leaders need our patience to follow up, but also bear in mind, we don't sit there and just wait for the particular 1 or 2%. We still need to continue to find more prospect, do our planting of seeds everywhere. So at the same time, we are following up many prospects, yeah, not just one at the moment. So of course, at the end of my presentation now, as a summary, I would like to emphasize again, is not really about how or the method, but why you want to sponsor someone. And are you already prepared to hold the responsibility? Are you going to make the prospect a better person? So if you have the why very, very clear, then the how will become very, very easy. So thank you very much. Yeah. So I think about 1 hour today. Thank you for your time for listening. And next week, again, so we will keep at 4 p.m. We'll start and we will share the next topic, servicing. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you learned something, and maybe if you really feel something, a strong point that you learned from my presentation, maybe you can raise your hand if you're willing to share with us. Thank you.